The next Galaxy is breaking a few rules, and it's not afraid to show it. Samsung's upcoming Galaxy S26 series is shaping up to be one of those moments when the tech world collectively leans forward and says, okay, now that's interesting, because this time, Samsung isn't just polishing the edges, it's flipping the script on design, power, and even how we use our phones every day. And the best part, we've got leaks that are finally connecting the dots, from new materials and chipset plans to a MagSafe-style twist that could completely change how your Galaxy interacts with accessories. Hey everyone, welcome back. Sam here. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into everything happening in the tech world. Alright, let's get into it, because this story is getting wild. Let's start with something that instantly caught everyone's attention. The S26 lineup is officially going slimmer. According to the latest leak, the base Galaxy S26 will be just 6.9mm thin, even sleeker than last year's already razor-sharp S25. That's not just a design flex, it's an engineering statement. But here's where it gets even better. Samsung is reportedly bringing a new MagSafe-style attachment system to the back of the S26 models. Yeah, you heard that right, magnets on a Galaxy. Think chargers, wallets, camera grips, or even car mounts snapping perfectly into place. Something Apple and Google nailed years ago. And now Samsung's finally jumping in, but likely adding its own twist with faster charging accessories and possibly even ecosystem integration with Galaxy Buds or Watch. Now, about that launch date, Samsung seems to be going for something a little different this time. Early reports claimed a February release, but new insider info suggests an unpacked event on February 25th in San Francisco, followed by global pre-orders within days. That's later than usual for Samsung's flagship reveals, but there's a reason behind it. The company wants the S26 lineup to launch alongside its One UI 8.5 rollout, a software upgrade. That's bringing new AI tools like Now Brief and smarter battery optimization, features designed specifically for the S26's hardware. So the delay might just be a strategic move to make sure everything feels perfectly in sync. Now let's talk power, the brain of the beast. For months, fans were wondering if Samsung might once again split its flagship chips between regions. But it's finally official. Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 is powering the Galaxy S26 Ultra worldwide. That means no Exynos version, no compromises, just full throttle performance everywhere. Meanwhile, the S26 and S26 Plus will still feature the Exynos 2600 in select regions. But don't underestimate it. This new chip has shown massive improvements in benchmarks, even approaching Snapdragon levels. It's built on Samsung's own 3nm GAA process, which promises better heat management and power efficiency. Translation? Longer battery life, cooler performance, and AI processing that's off the charts. Speaking of AI, Samsung's really leaning into it this year. Think smarter photo suggestions, real-time scene adjustment, and something called AI Compose that lets you craft messages or captions instantly based on your previous chat tone. Combine that with Galaxy's audio eraser feature, now more powerful in One UI 8.5, and your videos and calls are going to sound cleaner than ever. But wait until you hear what they're doing with the camera. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is getting a lot of attention, and for good reason. Recent design leaks show Samsung has completely rounded out the Ultra's frame, blending the sharp Note-style body with softer, edge-friendly curves. Bezels are thinner than ever, but the real shocker is up front, a larger punch-hole camera. At first, that doesn't sound like good news. Bigger hole, right? But there's logic behind it. Samsung's increasing the selfie camera's field of view from 80 to 85, meaning you can finally fit your entire group, or the perfect backdrop, without leaning halfway off the shot. The sensor remains 12 MP, but paired with better HDR tuning and AI facial correction, Samsung promises selfies that look more natural under all lighting conditions. Here's the twist though. A wider lens also introduces distortion. If you've ever noticed your face looking stretched near the corners of a wide shot, that's what's happening here. but Samsung's using new software correction to reduce that effect. The result? A camera that feels wide, but still flattering. Now, there's been some buzz about the telephoto lens, and not all of it's good. Some leaks hint at a slightly smaller sensor for the 3x zoom camera, shrinking from one 3.5-inch to one 3.9-inch. On paper, that means less light intake and slightly lower detail in low light. But before you call it a downgrade, hold on. Samsung's reportedly compensating with new AI fusion imaging, blending multiple frames from both the main and zoom sensors to restore sharpness and color. So real-world results might actually look better than ever. And about that main camera, the 200MP sensor is staying, but with a brand new optical coating design to reduce glare, especially during night photography or bright street shots. Combine that with Samsung's updated ISP and next-gen HDR engine, and you're looking at a flagship camera that could finally challenge Apple's computational edge. Here's something you probably didn't expect. The charging speed is getting a massive upgrade. Samsung's moving to 600 pps charging for the Ultra, which might sound like catching up to others, but this time, it's optimized for real efficiency. The new charging system learns your habits, charging faster when you're in a rush, and slowing down overnight to protect battery health. A small but smart touch that makes a big difference. Now, let's zoom out, because the S26 lineup isn't just about hardware, it's about strategy. For years, Samsung fans have wanted clearer separation between the S, Plus, and Ultra models. This year, it's happening. The S26 base model is targeting those who want power and style at a slightly lower price, with flat edges and vibrant new colors. The S26 Plus will bring back its edge design with improved brightness and better thermals. And the Ultra? It's all about legacy, Note DNA, S Pen precision, and that iconic squared-off aesthetic, refined for 2026. And speaking of refinement, Samsung is also tweaking materials this year. Rumor has it that the back glass on all S26 models will be Gorilla Glass armor, the same ultra-tough coating used on the Fold 6, making them far more resistant to scratches and fingerprints. The frames will continue to be titanium on the Ultra, but lighter this time, thanks to a new composite structure that reduces weight without sacrificing strength. You can really tell Samsung's aiming for subtle innovation, not flashy, unnecessary changes, but meaningful upgrades that make everyday use smoother. Like the dynamic refresh shift tech rumored to be coming to all three models, adjusting refresh rate in real time between 1 Hz and 120 Hz, depending on content, saving up to 20% more battery life. Even audio is getting a small but important boost. The Ultra is rumored to use a larger vibration chamber for its stereo speakers, resulting in deeper bass and cleaner highs. Add that to the improved microphone rate tuned by a kg, and you've got better sound both ways, for playback and calls. Here's the thing, Samsung isn't just trying to win specs anymore. It's trying to make the Galaxy experience feel unified, smarter, and more personal. Between the AI tools, the MagSafe-inspired accessory ecosystem, and that global Snapdragon Ultra, the company's clearly setting the stage for something bigger, maybe the Galaxy Ecosystem 3.0 era we've been hearing whispers about. Now here's the part that might surprise you the most, the pricing. Early estimates suggest the Galaxy S26 Ultra will start around $1,199, same as last year, while the base S26 might even dip slightly lower in some regions thanks to Samsung's cost-optimized production. So no shocking price jumps, at least for now. If we connect all these dots, it's pretty clear the Galaxy S26 lineup represents a quiet but powerful evolution. Not a flashy reinvention, but a confident statement, slimmer, smarter, and more connected. The hardware, the AI, the design, it's all converging to make this Galaxy generation feel more complete. And as we move closer to February, leaks are only going to get crazier. We might still see a surprise color reveal, new S Pen tricks, or even a software-exclusive feature that ties into Galaxy AI 2.0. One thing's for sure, the Galaxy S26 isn't just another phone. It's Samsung's declaration that it's ready to take back the excitement, one subtle innovation at a time.